Okay, in this step we're going to start working on the sash. So you'll take your sash, fold it right sides together so it goes the long way, and then pin it together. You're going to stitch the pointed end at a 1/2 inch seam allowance, the long end, and then you'll leave this end open. So you'll do the stitch and back stitch and then close it off. Leave this end open because you'll fold it inside out from here, and then this side's going to be sewn into the bodice of the dress, so you won't even see it. So then next you'll clip your corners on the two sides and then press open the seam allowances and press that down before you fold the sash inside out. Once you folded it inside out, just kind of push it with your hand to finger press and then press down with your iron and press it all the way through. And do the same process with the other sash. So for the next step you're going to take the open end of the sash and do 2 base stitches on your machine at 3/8 an inch and then again at 5/8 an inch. And we're going to pull the bottom threads on both sides together to cinch this up and pin it to the dress. This is what it looks like once you have the 2 base stitches and you cinch it together. Go ahead and pin it onto the dress. This is the front bodice piece, the solid piece. You're pinning it onto the side on the right side of the fabric, at least a 1/2 an inch up from the bottom because you're going to need your seam allowance to sew in here and you don't want to sew the sash in the way, and then below the notch that you've marked onto the side. Here's what it looks like when you have both sides pinned on. So we're just going to run a basting stitch to hold this on for now. Then you can trim out those basting stitches because it's going to be easier to trim them out now than it is later. Once you have both sash pieces done, then you're going to attach your other bodice pieces. So pin those together, line them up, and then pin them together. And then you'll stitch the side of the bodice, back stitching at the beginning and end, and then you'll stitch up along the shoulder. Here's what that looks like when it's pinned. I like to write in my 1/2 inch seam allowances, so I've done that with some Mark Be Gone here, and it just helps me get a nice smooth line. So again, do your back stitching, go forward, just kind of be careful as you ease the sash part. And now it's on to assemble the skirt.